as a business, the whole point of our pricing system is to price on value. All the services above are priced based on the value they add, but we do know at times it's not always possible to have that. Someone might say to us, look, I just need a digital accountant or a finance controller or even finance director one day a week, one day a month to come in and just help me get sorted. And so at that level, there's nothing we can do except for charge based on a day rate. So although we actively try and avoid it, this is the time where we charge per hour. But again, it's all set out in front. You'll be paying the right person to do the right job. So for example, you wouldn't get a finance director coming in to help with your bookkeeping, and vice versa. We wouldn't be sending someone who's not qualified to do the work to really advise you. So the real benefit there is you're paying the right person to do the right work. The next lot of services we're going to go through are our accountancy services. So generally speaking, these are the things you have to do each year as a limited company or a business owner to remain compliant, essentially. So a lot of this is focused around limited companies. The first thing you're going to have to do is submit a set of annual accounts. So you're going to have a year-end date, and 9 months after, you're going to have to submit a set of accounts. So from day one after your year end, we're going to be saying to you, look, this is the information we need to complete these accounts. Can you get it sent over? And we don't ever want to get to the point where we're submitting your accounts 9 months after the year end. So our push is to try and get that information turned around as quickly as possible with the support of you. So we ask you as our client to also be reactive, and so when we're requesting information, get it sent over, and so we can turn the accounts around. And so instead of having a tax bill in month 6, 7, 8, knowing it's due in possibly a few days, a few months time, we've got 6 months to plan for that tax. And again, looking back at the advisory stuff, have we got the cash available? Have we kept it to one side? The next service is the corporation tax return. So linked to a set of accounts is going to be your corporation tax. Again, that's due 12 months after the year end, but payable after 9. So there's no point leaving it till month 12 to complete and submit it, because at the end of the day, you'll have been paying interest for the last 3 months on that corporation tax return. So again, we're preparing the annual accounts and the corporation tax return in one, hopefully giving you plenty of time to plan for it. Digital VAT returns, again, if you're over the VAT threshold or you're voluntarily registered, you're going to need to submit a VAT return. And our commitment here is a three-stage review, basically. So first of all, we work with the best software. So we've got a software that says in the last 2 months you've claimed VAT on your telephone bill. This month you haven't. Why? And so it's basically an error check on all your data, making sure that all that information is collated. We've then got one of our digital accountants in-house reviewing it, and again checking everything, making sure our aim is to recover as much VAT as possible for you as our client. And then it's got a final stage review before it's sent out for you to approve, get it submitted, and then, like you say, we'll advise you what payment's due and when. And again, our aim is to work as closely with you as possible to give you as much time to prepare for the VAT bill that's due. The next service is director's tax return. So whether you're a sole trader business who needs to submit a personal tax return, or you're a limited company who's extracting dividends and salary from his business, you might have a few other lines of income as well, then you're going to need to submit a personal tax return. The personal tax return is made up to the 5th of April and not submitted till end of January. So we're not one of those accountants who will be chasing you in January. We'll be going to be chasing you in April, May and June and saying, look, let's get this tax return prepared, because the last thing you're going to want is a huge tax bill that you find out about in January is payable in a few days' time. Company secretarial, again, this is just keeping your company's house information up to date. We charge a small fee for it. I think it's about £6 per month. But what this allows you to do is, if you're changing address, obviously as your accountants will be informed of that. So we'll be straight onto HMRC, straight onto company's house, making sure that change is reflected, because the last thing you want is post going to previous address with the wrong information. And we're also, as part of this, submitting your confirmation statement. So once a year, you have to submit a confirmation statement to HMRC, confirming the information about you personally, about your ownership in the business, about the shareholding, and just making sure none of that's changed. And so we're doing all that for you.